It started as a joke, really, when Danny, the new activities director at Paradise Palms Resort, suggested Christmas caroling in swim shorts and Santa hats. Most of the staff laughed. After all, who wanted to hear Winter Wonderland while sipping Mai Tais in 80-degree weather? But Danny persisted. "Look," he told the skeptical staff meeting, "half our guests are escaping winter, but they're also missing home. We can give them both, Christmas spirit with a splash of paradise." So, on December 1st, 12 resort employees gathered on the beach at sunset, wearing red and green swimwear, Santa hats, and nervous smiles. They had exactly 3 rehearsals under their belts and a stack of waterproof song folders that Danny had laminated himself. "What if no one wants Christmas carols?" whispered Maria from housekeeping, adjusting her Santa hat over her curls. "Then we'll have the most festive beach party ever," Danny replied, trying to sound more confident than he felt. "Okay, Brigade, let's spread some tropical holiday cheer." Their first stop was the pool bar. As they launched in to deck the halls, heads turned. A few people smirked, but then something magical happened. A little girl in water wings stopped splashing to listen, her eyes wide with wonder. An elderly man at the bar put down his crossword puzzle and started humming along. By the time they reached the fa-la-las, half the pool deck was singing with them. "Do you know Silver Bells?" called out a woman wrapped in a beach towel. "It was my mom's favorite, and this is my first Christmas without her." The brigade exchanged glances, quickly flipping through their folders. They'd practiced this one just yesterday. As they sang about city sidewalks and meeting smile after smile, the woman wiped her eyes but joined in, her voice growing stronger with each verse. The brigade moved around the resort, their confidence growing with each stop. They sang Jingle Bells while helping kids build sandcastles. They performed Silent Night as the sun set behind the palm trees, their voices blending with the sound of waves. They even attempted Let It Snow while standing in the shallow end of the pool, creating their own choreography with splash patterns. Each day their numbers grew. A retired music teacher on vacation asked to join, then a honeymooning couple. Soon, guests were planning their evening activities around the brigade's performances. By Christmas Eve, the Beach Carolers Brigade had swelled to 30 members, a mix of staff, guests, and even a few locals who'd heard about the singing group that brought winter magic to summer paradise. They'd developed their own tropical takes on the classics. Here Comes Santa Claus in his sailboat, Snorkeling in a Winter Wonderland, and The 12 Days of Beach Christmas, featuring 5 golden sun sunsets. That evening, as they gathered for their final performance of the season, Danny looked at his unlikely choir. Maria had overcome her shyness to become their star soprano. Mr. Johnson, the grumpy resort owner, had surprised everyone by revealing a beautiful baritone voice. The woman who'd requested Silver Bells was now teaching her own version to new arrivals, healing her grief note by note. "Before we start," Danny announced, "I want to thank you all for believing in this crazy idea. We set out to bring Christmas spirit to paradise, but paradise brought its own spirit to Christmas," finished Maria, smiling. Their final concert was their best yet. They performed on the beach at sunset, their Santa hats glowing in the golden light. Children built snowmen out of sand while parents sang along. Couples danced barefoot under the palm trees. Someone even brought Christmas cookies shaped like seashells. As they finished their last song, a soft rain began to fall, warm and gentle, nothing like the snow mentioned in their carols, but magical in its own way. "Same time next year?" Mr. Johnson asked, surprising everyone again. "Maybe we could make it a tradition, give people a reason to choose Paradise Palms for the holidays." Danny looked around at his brigade, sunburned noses peeking out under Santa hats, flip-flops buried in sand, song folders dotted with sea spray, and knew that they'd created something special. Something that proved Christmas magic didn't need snow or cold, just hearts warm enough to share it. "Same time next year," he agreed, "but next time we're adding ukuleles." And so the Beach Carolers Brigade became a Paradise Palms tradition. Each year, returning guests would ask about joining, and new guests would discover that sometimes the most memorable Christmas moments happen with sand between your toes and salt in the air. Because holiday spirit, they learned, isn't about where you are, it's about the joy you create and the people you share it with, even if those people are wearing swimsuits instead of scarves.